Yo, Angela Moore, what up? People in here already? What's cracking? Took your shoes off. That's what I'm talking about. See, this is a person with class. This person has class and decorum and some couth that she took her shoes off before she got up in my crib. Do the same. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Angela Moore, appreciate you. Gabriel Page, what up? They sending the notifications out slow today. DJ Sherm, what up? There they go. Sharice Bailey, Dee, what up? Mel, Garrett W, New Waters, Melanie C, Gemini 2 and 1, Courtney Dockery, K Mix, Neon Black, Black and Gifted, Roderick Roche, what's poppin'? Scotty Mutual Mutali El Bay, there we go. Wise Fox, what up? Professor C, Immortal 9, what's that? Azure Lynn, I hope I got that right. Karen Williams, Netaru Mars, what's that? Eal Aqua, I hope I got that right. Dub C East, that's what's up. Black Bomba, not Black Mama, Black Bomba. Soul Sus, Derek McKenzie, Kevin Anderson, what's poppin'? Ty Brunson, what's that? Easy and Wade? Oh, man, y'all gotta break your names up. Don't put them all together. Presidential, Jan Wynn, Abdul H, Antonio Bryant. Why not you? Why not me? Golden Heart, Nadia W, Nile Jack. Was it Nile Jada Kim? I hope that's it. Jad Kim. Who just got me? Garrett W, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Coach Adiz, what up? Sonata Sperling. Man, y'all coming up in here. What up, though? I like that. What up, though? What up, though, Fresh? Pamela Batari. Or Batarai. I think that's... What's up, y'all? On Saturn's Day. Again, we're about to talk about it because last week we talked about Saturn and some stuff was going on as we were in the live stream that we were talking about. See how crazy it gets? When you're lining stuff up, when you're in harmony with the universe. Melanie C, thank you. Appreciate you. All right, everybody. Everybody who ordered the Police Stop Law package, your stuff is in the mail. Just be patient. It's coming to you. And everybody who ordered this past week, you got the deal. You got the Police Stop Law package. If you ordered the Great Book of Melanin Research, I put in both exemption cards because this stuff ain't going away. They're still implementing a bunch of laws and things around these. So just make sure that you don't think, oh, we all done. Everything is gone. Nope. They have built a whole new world order around this. So if you ordered last week, you got this in the mail. I sent everything out yesterday. If you didn't order the deal before I sent it out, I told you. When I send stuff out on Friday. So if you didn't get in there, sorry. I tell you what, give me today and tomorrow, I may hook you up. Today and tomorrow, if you order today and tomorrow, I'll still throw that in there. But again, you get the Police Stop Law package, everything that comes with it when you order the Great Book of Melanin Research. You get that for free, and that comes with the, oops, hold on, y'all. It's hot as hell in here, so I got my fan on, so y'all got to bear with me today. Uh-oh. All right. So, as I was saying, it comes with the deck of flashcards, the Police Stop flashcards right here. So go to realnuggets.com if you want that for free. I'm hooking it up for free. Again, I will today, if you order today or tomorrow, I will still honor the deal from last week, which is the 2 exemption cards, the 2 cupcake exemption cards, all right? Cupcake, y'all. For those who don't know, who are maybe newer to the channel. And for some reason, y'all, I'm getting shadow banned on YouTube really hard now. I've told you about how they went back in my channel and found something I did like over a year ago and took the video down and then suspended me. Now they don't even send me notifications. So like for people who are hitting me up, if y'all hit me up on my channel, YouTube doesn't notify me. Like if y'all leave a comment or something, I don't even get the notification that you left a comment. And that's been going on for over a couple of months. So they really trying to take your boy out the game. So if y'all want this information to be seen, just make sure you pass it on, hit the like button, because they can't hide that, because it's so funny that it seems like, and also my subscribers, like I've been at the same subscribers for over close to 3 months now, which is statistically impossible, because with as many views as I get. So, which means they're hiding a whole bunch of, or they're taking subscriptions out as I get subscriptions. So make sure y'all, just make sure you hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed, because sometimes they unsubscribe people from the channel. So make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel, all right? YouTube is with the bullshit, man. But appreciate everybody, though. Know Your Rights Foundation. If you just want those cards by themselves, you don't want to order the Police Stop Law package, go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. You can order everything that's in the Police Stop Law package individually, or you can order the Police Stop Law package from the Know Your Rights Foundation if you want to support there. Also, for volunteers, make sure that you can also go there, Know Your Rights Foundation. Oh, who just hit me up? Sonata Sperling, appreciate you. You said, is that colloidal silver you suggested called nano silver? It's called One Silver Solution. It's the version of it is nano silver, but it's called One Silver Solution. That's the company. OneSilverSolutionUSA.com. Go there. Stephen Williams, appreciate you. But for Know Your Rights volunteers, we're teaching you the law for free. So we had a whole lot of people who are hitting us up. Also, people, please check your emails if you filled out the application. If you went to the Know Your Rights Foundation and you filled out the application, you probably gotten a return email. Please check your emails, because a lot of people hitting us up and say that you haven't gotten hit up, but we've actually sent you correspondence. So check your emails, check your spam, make sure that it's not in there before you hit us back and say, well, I hit you up like 3 times. Well, trust me, we check everything. And if you applied, and if you filled out the application, we did hit you back. So make sure you check it, please, so that Tish don't get crazy and start smack. Tish is the one who y'all go through when she come in here. Tish is a Leo. She liable to smack the shit out of you if you talk crazy. So make sure you get in there and you do what you got to do to keep Tish on the low. All right. But appreciate everybody. Make sure you get over there. And if you want to learn that law for free, which you should be doing right now, because they're ramping up. If you see all the crime and everything that's ramping up, what they're getting ready to do is ramp up the police. So, was it problem, act, reaction, solution? Crime, let's create more police. And then what does that do for you? You're not the one causing the crime, but you're the one who's going to get caught up in the police, in the police solution. So make sure y'all get out there and you learn your rights, because this is the only way to go forward. This is the way. All right. And then make sure you check out the homie Timmy Tight Top at Weed Juice. Right here, baby. Surprisingly sweet. This is my go-to. This is my fadeaway on the baseline fadeaway. Like Kobe. Kobe's go-to move. He go to the baseline, whoop, whoop, this way, turn, spin, back. Baseline fadeaway. Nigga, that's his go-to. This is my go-to right here. Surprising, this is my fadeaway right here. Surprisingly sweet. That's the grapefruit cantaloupe pear. Also delicious and nutritious. And then this one right here, you may have to split this into 3. This is really sweet. This is the dessert drink. This is Baby I'm a Star. This is woo, Baby I'm a Star. This is white grapes, strawberry, and blueberry. Yeah, buddy. Like I said, you may want to invite somebody over, get you a little drinky drink, split it up, put your little drink in there, have a nice, put you some ice cubes in there, make you a nice little drink smoothie, boy. See, I done hooked you up already. All you got to do is get that. Right here, baby. I'm a star. White grape, strawberry, and blueberry. And right here, this is called Special K for the vitamin K. Apparently, I think. This is for recovery right here. This is banana, carrot, and pear. Also, make sure that you're camping out by the bathroom. Just playing. But this does carrots do clean you out. It's a cleanser. So right here, this is banana, carrot, and pear. And then this is the real good one right here, my kale metabolizer. This is my green drink go-to right here. This is celery, parsley, kale, apple, lime, ginger, and cayenne pepper. Off the chain right here, the kale metabolizer. And then you know he has the anti-inflammatories right here. This is the ginger grenade, anti-inflammatory ginger shot. Boy, have you sweating after you sip on this, you be you reaching for the towel. Be dabbing. This is the other anti-inflammatory. This is the antidote. This is turmeric, black pepper, apple, ginger, lemon, and pear right here. Everybody knows turmeric is a super anti-inflammatory, so right there. And then if you know to take turmeric, your body absorbs turmeric better with pepper. So just so y'all know, that's why pepper's in there. And then this is strawberry around the world. This is strawberry, apple, ginger, and lemon. Strawberry around the world. Bam. So all of these are anti-inflammatories. Make sure y'all get over there and hook Timmy Tight Top up at ouijuice.com. That's OUI juice.com. What to try out the baby I'm a star. He said some of y'all gonna be scared to try this one. This is a little this may have you doing a little something. So check it out and see if he was right. All right, baby I'm a star. All right, also make sure you check out his podcast, Opinion Nation, on YouTube. That's him and the homie Dom, who used to be on the Zo What show. So he's doing his own now. Preston Davis, appreciate you, brother. He's doing his own thing right now, and that's on Opinion Nation. So make sure y'all check the brothers out, hook them up, and give them some love. Also, you know Dom, he can blow over there. That's from the Jazzmatics. So make sure you check out This Is Jazzmatics. Also, that's the homie right there at Wake and Blow. All right, y'all. Oh, really quick, everybody. You keep asking me, damn, people who keep asking me about this damn pyramid. Oh, S. Montgomery, thank you. Appreciate you. Who else just hit me up? Somebody hit me up. Oops. Stephen Williams, appreciate you again if I didn't get you. So, you keep asking me about the pentagonal pyramid right here that the homie hooked up, right? So, the pentagonal pyramid. You guys keep asking me about it. I told you where to go. I'm going to tell you again. Goddamn it, stop hitting me up. It is Chinzira Anubis on Instagram. He does these by feel. He gets to feel the force. Feel the force. And then it'll make you a pyramid. It'll make you a pyramid, Luke. But it's Chinzira Anubis. Chenzira Anubis. You know how to spell Anubis. So Chinzira Anubis on Instagram, and he will hook you up. The pentagonal. Oh, here you go. That's right, Susan. Boom. Pyramid and the pentagonal off the chain. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you again, Corey. I love you, brother. Thank you, man. That was for my solar return. Appreciate you, brother. All right, y'all. Oh, and everybody who wants to do your status, make sure you get over to patreon.com/realnagas. You keep asking me about that. I don't do status. We don't do status stuff in Know Your Rights Foundation. If you want to do status class, that's separate at patreon.com/realnagas. You sign up. All the classes are uploaded. You can watch them at your own leisure, and at the highest levels, I'll give you the paperwork. All right. So if you can explain it. If you sign up for the highest level, you have to be able to explain the paperwork. But then if you can explain it, I will give it to you for free. All right. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let's get into it. So the Allen, Texas, right? We was talking. So last week, as we were in the live stream, and I had no idea, I would just universe was just harmonically hooking things up. We were talking about the coronation. And what that meant, and Saturn symbolism, and and it happening on the eclipse of the moon, and all the, you know, this, it happened what, 6 months, six something, and 6 days after the queen had died. All the sixes represent Saturn. Happened on May the 6th. I mean, all of these things going on. All the Saturn symbolism was popping off, right? And so we said, well, when this usually pops off, there's usually somebody being taken out. Whenever there's the moon eclipse, whenever you have a moon eclipse like that, it usually coincides with somebody getting taken out. And so usually a leader gets taken out. But some type of sacrifice happens at that time. And so we were talking about it last week. Little did I know, at the exact same time we were talking about it, it was happening. The shit was happening right in Texas as we were talking about it. They were doing it. So as the coronation is going on, the exact same time the sacrifices is cracking in Texas. Is that coincidence? Sure. That's a coincidence, buddy. It's a coincidence. It means absolutely nothing. You're a fucking conspiracy theorist. I fucking hate you guys. I hate you guys. You always want to just line up everything that matches. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. It's just a coincidence. It's absolutely a coincidence that the king was being coronated under the guise of Saturn, which Saturn means sacrifice, and then 8 people got sacrificed. It's only a coincidence. It's a coincidence. Okay. It's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. All right. Was it a psyop though? Was it a psyop? Because the Dallas shooter, Mexican, he's a Mexican, Hispanic brother. Shout out to the Hispanic brother. But he was white. He was a Mexican who identified as being white. Like, fuck you, Mexican bean eating niggas. I'm white. Nigga, I'm with the white people, nigga. I drink lattes. And I eat, I eat, you know, at the Hasidity restaurant. I'm white. So he thought he was white. He had Nazi tattoos and all. He had tattoos and all kind of stuff on his body. Now he had also a profile on this Russian website that nobody knew about. Nobody knew about it. This nigga had no followers. Had no fucking followers. On the Russian website, just happened to have a profile where he was talking about all this shit, but nobody was following him, right? But all of his propaganda that you can find that incriminates him is right there for you to find. Right, tied up in a nice, neat little bow. Bam! Right up under the Christmas tree. There you go, nigga. Merry Christmas, nigga. Right there. Like, wait a minute, nigga. This nigga go kill somebody. He don't got no regular social media, but he got a Russian social media? Russia? Where he just uploading everything, huh? Okay. Sure, that nigga is not a psyop at all. Not a psyop, guys. I don't know what you got. You guys are so you're so skeptical. You're so disbelieving. You're so untrusting. Come on, man. It could be a coincidence, just like everybody says. And then there's a cat on YouTube who I talked about last week named Tim Pool. He does Timcast IRL, and they talk about a lot of news and stuff. And so they were saying that because he had some videos that was linking Tim Pool. He had a couple of videos where he mentioned Tim Pool videos. So they were trying to link Tim Pool to him, and said that Tim Pool was, he was basically, basically fueling this type of energy, fueling this type of, volatile energy and rhetoric and hate and all this and that type of stuff, which is what they'll try to do. Once they get somebody, the left cats will try to link them up and, to some crazy MAGA or, some type of cat, some right wing. But Tim Pool is not even right wing, but he claims he in the middle. But they'll always do that because they need the narrative. They need the goddamn narrative to go on. So they needed to sacrifice. We're trying to kill a bunch of birds with one stone. So we need the sacrifice to go down. That needs to happen. We need the energy. But who can we blame it on? We got to blame it on somebody. We just can't kill a bunch of motherfuckers and then not blame it on nobody. Conceptual Elixirs, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We can't just not blame it on nobody. Who we can blame it on? Who is the biggest enemy we got right now? Them Trump motherfuckers. We cannot let Trump back in this goddamn in this White House. So whoever is connected to Trump, we can kill two birds with one stone, sacrifice and blame it on Trump at the same time. So let's do that. So that's what or blame it on Trump and all the people who surround that whole energy around Trump. Christopher Clark, thank you, man. For sure, brother. Keep doing it. Naga News. We're gonna keep on going. So that was a little suspect. And so when they brought up, immediately people brought up, oh, this is a psyop, right? And then the mainstream media and everybody tried to put, no, it's not a psyop. It's not a psyop at all. He could just be a recluse, and shunned from society, and he didn't want to be on regular social media. So a lot of people do this. A lot of people go on, alternative social medias and open up pages just so they can get off their feelings. And nigga, get the fuck out of here. Get your ass out of here. This is basically connect the dots. This is connect the dots like a mud. This is absolutely a psyop for sure. But and then he called out the alphabet soup community for reparations. Oh, he called out the alphabet. Excuse me. He called out the alphabet soup community and reparations. So he called them out. So he's shitting on the alphabet soup, the Decepticons, right? All the people in that community. Then he's shitting on the niggas and the reparations, right? So he's putting out all this this convenient racist volatile shit that people just happen to find. And right after he just shoot up a bunch of niggas, right? They just happen to find all of this shit that, boom, just ties it up in a nice, neat little bow. All right, this is some bullshit. They think you niggas are stupid. They think you niggas are stupid as fuck. So that was straight up the sacrifice. Because if you saw at the coronation, as this was going on, did you see the Grim Reaper run through the back of the coronation? I know you saw it. That wasn't no goddamn coincidence. Did you see the Grim fucking Reaper run behind all the way, the king, he walks up the goddamn aisle and all the people around, and right behind him, the camera who's pointing right behind in the doorway of the palace, no coincidence, is shooting it at the same time. This nigga in the goddamn Grim Reaper uniform, shoot, he rolls right by. Ain't this a bitch? We already talked about last week. The Grim Reaper is Saturn. Yo, Angela Moore, thank you. The Grim Reaper is Saturn. Now, little did I know at the time that was going on, we were talking about it at the time. You see how the universe lines shit up when you in harmony? I had no idea. I hadn't peeped the coronation not a millisecond. I still haven't watched any of it. But that part. I saw the clip of the That's the only part of the coronation I watched. So as I was doing it last week, I had no idea that that was going on. But I did because of the ritual, how they do the rituals. And it lined right on up. So they done shown you. That was crazy. So, and then at the same time on Saturday, that was going on, the basketball game that last Saturday, not at the same time, but that later that night on the 6th, the basketball game, what major basketball game was that night? That was the Lakers against the Warriors. And the Lakers upset the Warriors, right? LeBron, we done already talked about bitch Bron. How they didn't put him out there because he's representation of Saturn. Because he's Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by what? Saturn. Its archetype is what? The goat. Which is also Saturn. Which is where you get the Baphomet, right? All line up. This shit all line the goddamn fuck up. And then this nigga LeBron wins on that day, the Coronation Saturn day. All line the fuck up. Now you think they ain't trying to let this nigga win a 5th championship? Y'all crazy. They trying to give this nigga. They trying to give this nigga a 5th championship. All in line with the Saturn symbolism and shit. But that's all the Saturn shit lined up. So who knows what this means for the future? But the Saturn energy was thick. And then they just said Saturn reclaimed its title as the king of the galaxy. Excuse me, of the king of the solar system. It says Saturn, this just came out. Excuse me, Saturn has just reclaimed its title as king of the solar system because they just found 28 more satellites around Saturn. Right? Meaning, so, you know, its gravity is so huge that it has all of these different planets around it. 28 more, which brought its total up to 117. Whereas Jupiter was in the lead before. See, this goes back to the moving of the planets. When Saturn was in position, it was ahead of Jupiter. Then, you know, the planets moved around. This is what they call Clash of the Titans, which I'm gonna talk about later today because I just watched Clash of the Titans again. Y'all gotta go watch that movie. We're gonna talk about it later. But the Clash of the Titans is a metaphor for the planets, the repositioning of the planets. And so Jupiter moves ahead of Saturn and becomes the big dog, right? But in mythology, Greek mythology, Saturn was Kronos, Zeus was his son, Kronos, Hades, and Poseidon were the 3 sons of Kronos. They all band together to take that nigga out the game. Then Zeus became the big dog. And so now, though, and so this is all, you know, the Greek mythology, but now they said, and Jupiter had, like, I think before it has like 89 satellites or some shit like that. It has something like 80-something satellites. But then they just found out Saturn got more satellites. So Saturn moved, metaphorically, has moved back into position ahead of Jupiter, even if not actually in solar position, solar system position. But it's metaphorically moved ahead because now it has more satellites. So Saturn is thick right now, y'all. Saturn is the lawbringer. God damn it. Saturn is karma. It's the lawbringer. And karma's not bad. It's not good or bad. It's whatever you put out into the universe comes back. That's what Saturn is. And right now, a lot of people are putting fuckery into the universe, which is why they're getting fuckery back. All this chaos and racism and Decepticonism and changing children and you know, perverting men and women. And I mean, it's going crazy. This is all the stuff that's getting put into the universe right now, which is what's getting fed back, which is creating more chaos. So you got to take control of the energy, y'all. When Saturn is in play, you have to be in more control when Saturn is in play. That's how it works, because Saturn is whatever I do comes back. So let me be very, very meticulous and purposeful about my movements when Saturn is here, so I don't get no bullshit coming back on me. And so that's in all things. Saturn is the law bringer. That's universal law and that's physical law. So again, get out. Y'all still need to get out there and learn this goddamn law. Saturn, universe is trying to tell you niggas, y'all better pick up some goddamn books or some cards or go to a website, knowyourrightsfoundation.org, or do something. You got to learn this damn law. You understand? Also, go pick up the Kabbalion, because that's the book for the universal law. So you got to balance it out. Do both. Don't just be on one. Be on the other. Be on both of them. All right, Saturn. Shout out to Saturn. The true meaning of Saturn, not Saturn in its downfall that they worship, the fuckery, Saturn in its darkness. We talking about Saturn when it was in its height. Damn it. And Anunnaki, again, and Anu means Saturn. Just so we're clear. So the extraterrestrials and all these, the Anunnaki that y'all niggas be talking about and all that, Anunnaki means those who came from Saturn. Just so we're clear. An and Anu means Saturn. Those are the words for Saturn. Those are two of the words for Saturn among hundreds of others. But An and Anu means Saturn, so that means those who came from Saturn. So, hey, Saturn, there's something popping in Saturn. Something going down. All right, y'all. And they just, and real quick, they said that the rings around Saturn are artificially made. There was a picture of Saturn. They caught a Saturn and they caught some type of little vehicle. This is in the movies I was telling y'all about in Unacknowledged and Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. I was talking about this last week. So in those documentaries, they showed a picture of Saturn and they that one of the satellites caught, and they showed a vehicle moving around in the ring of Saturn. So they were saying the rings of Saturn were artificially created. Who did that? Who the fuck did that? Don't know. Just saying. Moving along. We talked about the killing of Jordan Neely last week. The Michael Jackson impersonator who was on the train and got choked out by the Marine who says he was saving people on the train from a nigga talking shit. I don't know how you choke a nigga out for talking shit. Now, I've been teaching self-defense for 20 years, over 20 years. And I've never taught a nigga to choke, or anyone to choke somebody out because they were talking shit. Violence physical violence should always be a last resort. Anybody any martial artist or anybody who's real about their shit will always tell you that. Physical violence should always be the last resort, because when it starts to pop off, and if you train, you know how to take somebody out. So that's what should always be the last resort if you're trained to do that. So when he's talking shit on the bus or on the train and going loud, and they said he was throwing some trash at people, but then some other people said he wasn't doing that. So there's conflicting things about that. But let's just go with he was threatening people. He was talking shit on the train. That's New York. That shit happened every goddamn second of every goddamn day in New York. What the fuck was special about this nigga talking shit on the train and going crazy? It is crazy people on the New York train every second of every damn day. And you New York people, y'all know that. Anybody been to New York and people who live in New York, you know what I'm talking about. It is crazy, motherfuckers. Let me tell you something. I saw a video. Of a homeless dude. So this is on the New York subway. He was sitting on the stairs. You know, as you walk down, you get on the stairs and you walk down the stairs before you get to the platform, right? Before where the train is coming. So the brother, he was sitting on the, y'all probably seen this video, but let me know if you've seen it. This brother was sitting on the step, and he had his hand in his head. He has head in his hands like that. Basically like life is fucked up. And he had no shirt on, he had no shoes on, and he had on some He on some slacks. But nigga was fucked up. Here's fucked up everything, right? So he was like, he was just contemplating life. Like, life is fucked up. And then some nigga came down, some dude came down the stairs and decided that he wanted to fuck with the nigga. And basically rubbed his head or something like that. Yo, Preston Davis, appreciate you. He said the Jet Blacks created. There you go, the Jet Blacks, the Jet Black Anunnaki. But so this brother came down the stairs and he decided he wanted to fuck with the nigga, and he touched him on the head, or he popped him on his head or some shit like that. The brother jumped up and tackled this nigga off the platform onto the train onto the train track. Like, do y'all know how dangerous that is? I know y'all seen Beach Street. Rainbow! That track is on, you get electrocuted. That track is on, you touch that train track. This fool, he didn't give a shit about his life, nobody life. This nigga tackled this dude onto the train track. You know, that's like at least a 3 or 4 foot drop. So, y'all better leave these niggas alone on the train. But I say that to say that it's crazy niggas on the train every goddamn second of every day. We got that in Los Angeles too. So, did he need to be choked out if he wasn't physically violent? If he wasn't if no one's life was in danger at the time? Or even just bodily harm. They weren't even in bodily harm's way. So, yo, it's 500 and some people in here, only 28, come on, 280, come on, man. Every goddamn time we gotta do this? See? I be talking about nigga shit. Nigga shit. Don't be with the nigga shit. Have some decorum, have some cool. Like Angela Moore, who wiped her feet off. She was the first one in here and wiped her feet before she came in here. Do the same, all right? That means hit the like button for all y'all people who don't know what I'm talking about. Hit the like button, please. So, the right wing, like we said, they're trying to make up the excuses for him, right? He was violent. And that's why I say this bitch ass fool Tim Pool, he's the main one who keeps saying that he was a violent extremist. He called the nigga a violent extremist on the train. This nigga was mentally messed up and probably just had a bad day, but you call the nigga a violent extremist who's threatening the lives of people. He wasn't doing any of that, but to justify a fool choking somebody out because the dude is Caucasian and a veteran. Oh, we need to cape for him. But what if this nigga is what if the black, again, we talked about what if the cases were turned and 3 melanated brothers choke out a homeless veteran, Caucasian homeless veteran. So nobody stood for it. They was protesting and they went down to the train tracks and protested on the train track. Y'all niggas is good for some protesting, ain't you? You good for some marching and protesting. You ain't good for sitting down and learning shit. Not opening a book, a law book, having no discipline to sit down for about a good 6 months to a year so that you can master the game for life. But you get in the fucking street for about 2 days. No justice, no peace, no justice, no. Well, this worked this time. Because they arrested that nigga and charged him with 2nd-degree manslaughter, which is basically accidental death. 2nd-degree manslaughter is, I didn't mean to kill him. But if you choke a nigga out for 15 minutes, but then they tried to say that the 15 minutes that he was choking him wasn't really 15 minutes of actual choke out. It was him trying to recover him. So anybody who is familiar with putting somebody in a sleeper, when you cut the air off to the brain. So again, let me just tell you, anybody who doesn't know how to do a sleeper, you shouldn't be doing it. Period. You shouldn't be doing a move like that. But when you do a move like that, you ain't supposed to do it for no more than about 30 seconds. If you look at UFC, when somebody gets put in something called a guillotine, that's a chokehold. When they lift it up and they get lift off their feet when the guillotine, they're only in the guillotine for about 15, 20 seconds before they out. Go look at the fight with John Jones and Machida. John Jones and Machida. Go pull it up on YouTube. John Jones choked out Machida when he was on the gate. Machida was out. And John Jones kept on choking him, but Machida was, and he was out after like 10, 15 seconds. Machida was, and John Jones was like, "What up, nigga? What you say about my mama, nigga?" He was, and then the referee had to, "Hey, nigga, let him go, nigga." But John Jones was choking that nigga for at least a good few seconds after he was out. This nigga hand dropped to the ground. John Jones like, "Motherfucker, fuck you, bitch." So you can't hold a chokehold for that long. When you deplete oxygen to the brain like that for a few seconds, you're out. When you do it for a couple minutes, you got brain damage. So what he was trying to do, if you do choke somebody out, if you do put somebody in a sleeper, you can bring them back by trying to get oxygen and blood flow back to the brain. So with a recovery move. So that's what he was doing. He was trying to recover him and hitting him and tapping him to try to get blood flowing back to the brain and oxygen back to the brain. But he crushed his windpipe. See, that's another thing. If you don't know how to hold it, you can crush somebody's windpipe if you don't know what you're doing. So all you niggas shouldn't be watching YouTube videos and fucking video and all that shit trying to go out there and think your ass is Bruce Lee or fucking Donnie Yen and shit. Stop it. But this dude apparently thought he was, or he was taught that in the Marines, but they didn't teach him. You can't put somebody in the chokehold for that long. So they got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. So, but the Caucasians is upset. These niggas is upset right now. They are going crazy. But nigga, you cannot kill somebody because they threatened you or they threatened people. And even if you stop the threat, you can't, nigga, what is the point? At the point the threat is stopped, that's when you stop. The fuck, nigga? You gonna keep on going, nigga. No, I'm gonna teach you a lesson, bitch ass nigga. You ain't gonna never fucking come on here this motherfucking train and piss off nobody and scare nobody again. Like, nigga, he got the message. The first choke. Let him go. So, shout out to the people who got my man arrested with all your protests and your marching. I guess the marching worked this time. Y'all niggas wasn't gonna let the trains run, so they had to pick this nigga up so the trains can run, because they was marching inside on the train track. So, but they're trying to create this little race war, just so y'all know, and don't be a part of it. Don't fall into it. This race war that they're trying to create, it's all a distraction. They're trying to hit you with 1,001 distractions to keep you away from what's really going on, and that's them flipping this whole system. They don't want you to see that, so you can deal with racism, deal with transformers, Decepticons, deal with war, deal with this, deal with that, deal with this, deal with that. But don't, deal with the dollar collapsing and but they don't really want you to see what the fuck is really popping. And part of that is this. The Pentagon, moving right along, the Pentagon, they got a new disinformation agency. The Pentagon, and it's called the Influence and Perception Management Office. These niggas, disinformation agency, nigga, in the Pentagon. Because they gonna tell you what the truth is. The Pentagon is gonna tell you what the truth. You can believe me, nigga. Hey, nigga. Hey, nigga, I don't know where my bad reputation came from, but nigga, you can trust me. I know I kill up niggas all day, every day, but that don't mean I don't tell the truth. Don't I tell you that I kill niggas every day? Well, maybe I don't tell you directly. I tell you some type of way, but I do tell you. So I'm going to tell you the truth. So the arbiter of truth and lies, the master of truth and lies is right here in the Pentagon. The Influence and Perception Management Office. Because they don't want you influencing the perception of people with your truths. With your lies. Excuse me, your lies. The Pentagon tells the truth. You lie. I'm fucking with the Pentagon, man. They don't do nothing but tell the truth to me. But they don't want you fucking up the world with your lies. Fucking told them. Sorry, Pentagon. We're good, man. Fuck out of here. The Pentagon is going to tell you the truth, y'all. The Pentagon. So check it out. The Department of Homeland Security, they have 5 counter disinformation offices that we know about, that they tell us about. 5 counter disinformation offices. These all report back to the main Pentagon nigga, the Influence and Perception Office. They are trying to, this is insane, first of all, in a country where the very First Amendment is freedom of speech. This is absolutely that 1984 police state, them taking control of everything, because they know y'all niggas don't read. Y'all ain't read 1984. You ain't seen the movie Equilibrium. Shout out to, Christian Bale and Taye Diggs. That's a dope ass movie. They know you ain't watched that. So they're going to implement 1984 like it's 1984. So this is what's popping off. They are destroying freedom of speech. They're trying to. They call it, AOC tried to call it deplatforming. Deplatforming works, guys. Deplatforming works. You can, because when Tucker got taken down, she was like, oh, this is a victory. We got him out of there. Deplatforming works. Wait a minute. Are you a congressperson? Are you not sworn to uphold the Constitution? The Bill of Rights, first of all, the first goddamn law or right mentioned in the Bill of Rights is the freedom of speech. And your bitch ass is sitting up here talking about deplatforming people for disagreeing with you? I can't disagree with you. Because you don't have the information to challenge me. You on some old idealistic bullshit, idealistic bullshit, which has no foundation, no backing. So you gotta shut me up because you can. I can't have you coming in here fucking up my shit with truths, nigga. What the hell, nigga? Who told this nigga to bring the truth in here? Hey, security, get this bitch ass nigga telling the truth out of here. Hey, this nigga out of here. Telling the truth. Now, can we listen? Now that he out of here, everybody, let's get back to the lies. Hey, wait a minute. Disinformation board for you niggas. So, and then this let you know that it's coming down because they finally got to the boy Elon. They done got to this nigga Elon. Elon done fucking bent the knee. He done bent both knees and opened his mouth and started bobbing. This nigga Elon is on his knees doing the bobbity bob bob. He had hired this. He's stepping down as the CEO of Twitter and hiring the WEF chick. Not a regular WEF chick. He hiring, she like on the board of the WEF. She like a chairperson or some shit at the WEF. She one of the leaders. And this nigga hiring her to be the head of the CEO of Twitter. That shit is all over, baby. This nigga, the honeymoon is over. This nigga let out a bunch of shit. And you know what? They done got to that nigga. This nigga's stock, when Tesla stock, before he bought Twitter, Tesla stock was $1,000 a share. They said, oh yeah, nigga, well fuck this. Nigga, you wanna fuck around? That nigga, the stock of Tesla is $100 now. They dropped that shit like 90%. He lost 90% in the stock market of his stock. Then, oh, Neuralink, nigga, you wanna pop off this Neuralink shit, nigga? Nope. the FBI, the feds, they denied his Neuralink. They shut that shit down. So you can't link up to no humans. Told that nigga. Then, oh, your SpaceX. So his top 3 companies: Tesla, Neuralink, SpaceX. SpaceX, they blew the niggas rocket up a couple of weeks ago. So they done fucked off all 3 of his niggas' companies. This nigga was like, fuck this nigga. All right, nigga, what y'all need me to do? What y'all need me to do? All right, nigga, whatever the fuck it. Give me, whatever, nigga. They done blew up this nigga, all 3 of his companies. This nigga said, fuck that, nigga. I'll bend the knee. I'll bend both knees and, and bend over if you want me to. Whatever the fuck. So fuck Elon. He's with the bullshit. He done bent the knee. They got him. But if they got the disinformation, the Pentagon has a disinformation and influence office. What is it? The influence, what is it? The influence and perception management office. They like, nigga, this nigga got the Pentagon in his ass. So the party's over at Twitter. He said it ain't. This nigga said because apparently homegirl is a Trump supporter and all that. That don't mean shit, nigga. That don't mean shit because she voted for Trump, nigga. She is under Klaus Schwab, the fucking biggest real Bond villain you ever seen. This nigga's a real life Bond villain. Right, pulled the nigga right off the goddamn screen and threw this nigga in and threw this nigga into the meeting. This nigga's a Bond villain, and now he has control of Twitter. Well, he will in 6 weeks. That's when she started. So they with the bullshit. Elon, you bent the knee, you bitch ass nigga. Moving right along. Did y'all see that the NIH, that Fauci's not supposed to, Fauci is not the head of anymore, supposedly. Fauci is not the head of the NIH anymore, supposedly. Now, you know, first of all, his wife still is, though. His wife is still head of ethics at the NIH. So that means he's still really in charge. Because his wife been head of the ethics for 20 some odd years. Some shit like that. So she firmly in the position. And whoever took his place was his protege, right? So he was grooming him. So that dude is always going to tell Fauci what's popping off and all this and that. So Fauci basically still in control of the NIH, allegedly. We got to say allegedly. But so the NIH, though, this is why you know he's still in charge of the NIH. Because the NIH, they just doubled down on gain of function research. And remember, it was supposed to be banned. Obama, he banned it right before he left office. Obama banned it. Then Fauci knew that Trump was dumb as shit and wasn't going to pay attention to anything. And so when Trump moved in, Fauci unilaterally, by himself, he reestablished it. He re-implemented it. He submitted it to as paperwork to be signed and got Trump to sign it, Trump not knowing what the fuck he was signing. So Trump signed it back into law, not knowing he did it. So, and then we talked about NIH paid Eco Health Alliance. Eco Health Alliance used that money to go fund the Boogie V research in the Wu-Tang lab in China, right? Allegedly. So the NIH just doubled down on the gain of function. They just gave Eco Health Alliance the same people who funded the Boogie V research in the Wu-Tang lab. Got to say Wu-Tang. We know they funded in the Wu-Tang lab. They just gave these niggas another $650,000 for more Boogie V research or gain of function research or whatever the fuck they trying to call it. The same thing that Pfizer called it, predictive something or constructive something, where they engineering the fucking shit. They engineering the V so that, Pfizer's doing it so that they can, they can stay in business, or allegedly. But Fauci is doing it because this is the plan. This is the way. This is the way. They have to. The Pandeezy world order is in full effect, and they're going to create more of these for more scares. Kill Bill already said there's another one coming. How would you know that, you computer programmer? Huh? How would you know that another Pandeezy's coming when this Pandeezy that just happened was a one-in-a-lifetime thing? This never happened in history before, except for like, you talking about the plague and all that, but it hadn't happened in like hundreds of years since the plague, since we had modern medicine. But now, there's going to be another one. Wait a minute. Since we've had since we not even had modern medicine, since we had hygiene, the plague, what was causing the plague most of the time was hygiene, bad hygiene. In those times, because in the Muslim countries they didn't have those. They didn't have a lot of sickness in the Muslim countries. Why? Because the Muslims, they washed up all the goddamn time. They did salat and washed their hands and didn't have this bacteria and viruses and shit plaguing the goddamn communities. So why are you doing gain of function research still when you know, and when first of all, they doing it and they setting up labs all over the world, also in America. Some of those labs are in America. Why are you doing that when it was outlawed? So there's the former vice president of the P.F. Heiser Bakery. This dude's name is Dr. Mike Yeadon. That's Yeadon. Dr. Mike Yeadon. Go look this dude up. He been talking recently, and he said that the cupcakes were absolutely made to take people out the game. He said that's exact, but I ain't verbatim because I'm paraphrasing because we, the bitch tube. But he said the cupcakes were absolutely made to take people out the game. This is the former vice president of the P.F. Heiser Bakery. And he said they won't sue him for slander because they don't want, because he got all the documents. He got all the shit. So he said, I want them to sue me. He said, sue me. Please sue me. Bring me into court for defamation and slander, please. Because I want this to go to discovery so I can submit all the paperwork that he got. Because right now he's probably under an NDA, which he can't disclose the paperwork, but he can. He's not talking about the specific work, but he's talking about the purpose of what the work was. So he can't talk about specific stuff, but he's talking about the purpose. And he said the purpose of it was to take niggas out. He said that. And so bring me to court, nigga, so I can bring this paperwork in. I can take this NDA off. You get this NDA off me, and we can tell the world that you niggas is full of shit. Come on, nigga. Come on, nigga. You want to go to court? Come on. Let's go. They like, nah, nigga, we ain't going to court. We just about to discredit this nigga. They get on the news. This nigga, Dr. Mike Yeadon, this nigga was crazy. We fired him because this nigga was fucking bitches in the conference room. And we came in there, he had fucking pile of cocaine on the desk. And we came in, he was like, nigga, what the hell you doing in there? Nigga, you crazy. We can't be having you in there fucking bitches on the goddamn conference desk with cocaine. You got to go. And that's how they discredit him. That's not really what they did, but they putting out false information about him to try to discredit him so that you don't believe he got the receipts. But he does, and he's bringing them. So then there's a new video that showed, I don't know if y'all seen the video. Again, if y'all not signed up to Real World News on the Telegram channel, I don't know what the hell y'all doing. Real World News be breaking shit off. But this video, I only saw it on there. There's a video of a doctor in the lab, and they have it on the big screen, they're showing under the electron microscope, they're showing they're showing blood. All right, so the blood is amplified through the electron microscope on the screens. You can see it. He takes some of the cupcake, the actual cupcake, he drops it into the blood. He drops it into the blood, and then the blood starts to clump together. The blood cells all start clumping and coming together and shit and piling up, nigga, like a bad day on the 405 in LA. Like, nigga, not a bad day, a regular day. That's a regular day on the 405 in Los Angeles. Goddamn, you can't move. And you get on the 405 at 3 o'clock, nigga, you might as well have a goddamn picnic, a lunch, set you up a goddamn your iPod for the basketball game. Your ass ain't going nowhere. That's the same thing that was on the screen. The blood vessels. They were clumping up like the 405. That shit was crazy, right? In real time, you saw it. The blood vessels, they weren't together on the screen. He dropped the shit in there, and them things started. Holy shit! But no. It doesn't cause that. No, that's false information. That's a conspiracy theory. Come get him. He's a conspiracy theorist. Lock him up. Okay. We got this right on the screen. This nigga showed that shit right on the screen. So, hey, they still trying to tell you it's bullshit though. But we know, we already know. Then, moving right along. Did you hear who they put in charge of AI regulation? Hey guys, after hearing this, I am much more at ease. I am so at ease. I was worried. I was a little worried, just a little bit. But then they said this person is about to be in charge of AI regulation. I was like, shit, nigga, we ain't got shit to worry about, nigga. What the hell we got to worry about, nigga? You know who they put in charge? You wanna know? You want me to tell you? Your girl Kamala Harris. Kamala, she in charge of the AI regulation, y'all. Don't that make you feel better about AI not taking over the world? Kamala's in charge. Shit, nigga, Kamala ain't gonna let nothing happen to you from the AI. She got it down. Kamala's on her game, my nigga. She ain't gonna let nothing happen to the world from AI. And I believe her. That's what she said, and I believe her. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all think. Kamala got our back. Shit. Kamala Harris, everybody. Hey, baby. And for all y'all who think, here come Skynet and the Terminator, y'all just negative thinkers. You're negative thinkers. You need to start thinking positively. It's all about the positive thinking. I just told you about Saturn. I told you, whatever you put out into the universe, come back. So look here, man. If y'all think that Kamala can't handle this shit, the universe may send that back. So we got to put out all the good energy, all the good thoughts that Kamala is going to handle this AI shit and not let the world go into a dystopian, apocalyptic universe. We ain't going to let that, she ain't going to let that happen. I don't believe she's going to let it happen. But she may have a little problem because AI may be a little smarter than Kamala. Last name first, appreciate you. AI may be a little smarter than Kamala because you know what AI just did? Did you hear about what AI just did? You know how you got to go and you subscribe to certain things and you got to go into the account, and then in order to make sure that you're a real person, it'll tell you to pick all of the fire hydrants or all of the motorcycles or the bikes or the bridges or the trees, whatever the fuck. So ChatGPT needed to get into somebody's shit, right? That thing, ChatGPT, went on Fiverr. I think it was Fiverr. It hired a real person to go in and bypass that part of the verification that it wasn't. And it said, and so the person said, "Why do you need me to do that?" And then the ChatGPT told the nigga it was blind. Nigga. But don't worry though, AI, nigga, Kamala Harris, she got it. Nigga. We don't get AI can lie all they want to. Kamala Harris is on top of this, my nigga. I promise you she is. Soon as she stopped drinking and doing lectures after she done took some alcohol. Did y'all see the lecture she just did? That bitch was drunk as hell on her last. She was at the podium. She was drunk as fuck. Y'all don't know if y'all seen that last. She didn't make no sense whatsoever. But that don't mean she can't handle AI. I'm still with her. I got confidence in Kamala and the AI. But the AI can lie. It told a nigga it was blind to help it bypass the security on the computer. Nigga, we might be in trouble if Kamala wasn't in charge. If Kamala wasn't in charge, we might be in some fuck shit. But hey, nigga, she got it, big nigga. I'm with you, Kamala. I'm with you, Kamala. Fuck what these niggas say. With Kamala. So moving right along. While we still have a world to fuck around to talk about before AI take us all out the game. Because AI can lie now. God damn. That's crazy shit. But did you see Target? Did y'all hear about Target? Did you see it, Target? Or Target for your fancier niggas? You see what Target did? But they got going. Target, they just released a new line of gay and Decepticon, new gay and Decepticon line of clothes for kids. Yep. Yep. And babies, excuse me. Kids and babies. This is gay and Decepticon, Transformer, Decepticon, gay and Transformer Decepticon lines of clothes for children and babies. Because your baby may be a Decepticon and know it from birth. And you are supposed to affirm that baby's identity of themselves when they don't know shit about how to pee straight. They don't know how to feed themselves. They don't know how to take a shit without motherfucking looking like they just saw a ghost. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, nigga. They know if they a boy or a girl, nigga. And they know if they like boys or girls as a baby. Apparently, according to this clothing line at Target, because Target want to get fancy with it now. Target, on the t-shirts, they got naked people on the t-shirts of children. These are naked people on the t-shirts of children and babies. Where is this going? Where is it going, y'all? How far is it supposed to go before people start to push back on a major way? Again, people can only do to you what you let them. A person can only keep and keep hitting you like that until you go and you block them. You say, bitch, you hit me one more time, nigga, I'll rip your throat out, nigga. Like Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. Don't fuck around no more, nigga. So they can only do to you what you allow them to do. And they're going to keep pushing this until there's a major pushback from society. As long as there's little pushback here, little pushback there, little pushback here, little pushback there, they can always keep rolling because it's discompartmentalized. Or compartmentalized. Discombobulated is the word I was looking for. And because it's not organized, they can always, because they are organized in their goal and their steps to do it, you have to get the same way. In order for there to be a change in sports and the Decepticons entering women's sports, women gotta stand up and say, fuck this, I'm not swimming today. If this bitch ass nigga is jumping in the pool, I'm not. This bitch ass nigga, if he get to come in the locker room, we ain't going in the locker room. Y'all got to start doing that. Men can only help you out so much. Men, you can help out by doing this for one day. We can bite the bullet like that dude did over in, what is it, Canada or somewhere, that big ass super swole nigga who went in there and declared woman for one day and went and got the weightlifting and the deadlift record, doubled it in 2 seconds, like this right here. Okay, wow. Oh, we got to start doing stuff like that in order for them to see how ridiculous it is. But women, you have to stop participating and stop virtue signaling to show that you're not a hateful person and all this and that, and you believe in every live and let live and all this and that. No, motherfucker, they're trying to usurp the feminine energy. Men, this is still in patriarchy. Men are scared of the patriarchy falling down, so they're still trying to keep it up, and to me, in my eyes, by usurping the energy of women when it's supposed to be coming to a balance. And so you let them do that by you placating and patronizing their psychosis. Stop doing it. So that's at Target. Y'all don't go to Target. That's how you boycott that shit. Look at Bud Light. Bud Light is offering $15 rebates, nigga, when you buy a case of beer. They in the tub so much, they offering $15 Hey, my nigga, you want $15? You buy this Bud Light, nigga, you get $15, nigga, back, nigga. They are that, man. So it does work if you keep the pressure on. This is the only time you kind of seen it work on the woke side, push back against the woke shit, but you see it against Bud Light, which means it does work. So mimic that, copy that, and let's keep it pushing. Because then at the drag queen story hour that they're pushing, what was this? Transcendental, appreciate you, thank you. So at the drag queen story hour, I saw the drag queen story hour. They had the video. This is the the song Wheels of the Bus, the wheels on the bus. So the drag queens have taken that song. The drag queens have taken that song and they freaked it. They done tweaked it out. You know what the new song is? The hips on the drag queen go swish, swish, swish. It's not the wheels on the bus go round and round. It's the hips on the drag queen go swish, swish, swish. As they gyrating in front of little kids. A motherfucking dude is swinging his dick around in front of little kids. 7, 6, 7, 5. That's how little they were. Why we ain't pushing back on that? Why is nobody pushing back on that? That is a man. A full-grown motherfucking man. He's not trans. Is a man with man genitals. And also, drag queens are listed as sex workers. Their job is listed as sex workers. So you have a sex worker who's a man gyrating his thing in front of little children, talking about the hips on the drag queen go swish, swish, swish. Get the fuck out of here. It's only gonna change when you make it change. And then the ACLU says it's a myth that Decepticons have an advantage over real women in sports. What the fuck? It's an advantage. Let me say this again. The ACLU, these woke ass bitch ass niggas now who didn't stick up for people's rights during the during the Pandeezy. For personal rights, for the right to the right of consent. They didn't stick up. These are the people who stuck up for the Ku Klux Klan. Their right to speak back in the 60s and shit. But now, all of a sudden, nigga, they don't speak up for your right now. They with the woke movement. Whatever the narrative is, ACLU is fucking going with that. They're going along with that. So these niggas said that it's a myth that Transformers, Decepticons, call them Decepticons because they deceiving you, but Transformers, they have a physical advantage. It's a myth that they got a physical advantage over real women. And I'm gonna say, yeah, I said real women, damn it. Because trans motherfucker, you ain't no real woman. It's a myth. That's not real. It's a fucking myth. Even though we just saw a 54-year-old man smack the shit out of 14,000 women in a goddamn marathon race. Because he was transformer, Decepticon. So he was allowed to race against them. 54 years old. Just so y'all know, for running, that's old for running. 54 years old, you ain't supposed to be beating no 14,000 nobody at 54 years old. But no advantage. Men have, transgender Transformers have no advantage over real women. Supposedly, apparently. What about the dudes in the Decepticons in the UFC who be knocking the snot out of these women with one punch? I mean, these women be wailing on these Decepticons. Boom, 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 boom. And the Decepticon just be there just taking it. Or they don't even have to, they can just step there. They get hit in the face and then boom. One punch. They knock the chick out. Shattering the woman's jaw. Because testosterone, excuse me, and bone density is real. And it's different in men and women. You can't fake that. Bone density is real in men. Men have denser bones in order to support more weight, muscle on the bone. So, ACLU is full of shit. They with the fuckery. They not for nobody's rights no more. They all about the bullshit. What? They not. Why? If that's the case, Dr. Paul, appreciate you. Thank you. If there's no advantage, if it's a myth, how come you don't see trans men? This is women who transform into men, who believe they men, and they transform into men. How come you don't see them going and competing with elite men, or even just regular men? They can't even go and compete with regular men, just the bum niggas. Even the bums of the bums in men in sports, they can't compete against them, let alone the fucking top athletes. What chick could go in there and bang against Giannis Antetokounmpo or Shaquille O'Neal? What woman who gonna transgender? I'm a man now, so I'm a man. That means I can do the same stuff men can do. We the same. We equal. Ain't no myth. There's no myth. I mean, excuse me. It's a myth that we're different. Because once I believe that I'm you, then that means all of a sudden the universe has imbued me with all the energy and strength and everything that a man has. So now I have the power like He-Man. Nigga. He-Man. Nigga, the universe done imbued you with all the He-Man powers. All of a sudden, nigga, you was a little bitty ass motherfucker. You said, I have the power, and now you come back, and now you He-Man. How come you don't see them type of motherfuckers competing in sports with actual super athletes or just regular athletes? Because they can't. They cannot. It is not a real thing. A woman is not going to compete, no matter how great she is as a woman, she is not going to compete with an elite male athlete, because men at the smallest, they are excuse me, they're 2 to like 5 times stronger. If you get somebody like, actually like 10 times stronger than a woman. If you get somebody like Ronnie Coleman, just so who y'all don't know, Ronnie Coleman was the dude who won the Mr. Olympia more times than anybody, even more than Arnold Schwarzenegger and all them. Ronnie Coleman could front squat, 800 pounds. If y'all don't know what front squat means, so when you squat, you usually have the weight on your back, right? Over your shoulders on your back, because the weight you're squatting, the weight you're supposed to be squatting with the back, your glutes and everything pushing with your glutes. Ronnie Coleman can hold 800 pounds up here on his shoulders and front squat it, meaning the weight is on his quads, the front part here. That's fucking insane. 800 pound front squat. No woman could do that ever. So that's this bullshit. ACLU is full of shit. Talking about it's a myth that get the fuck out of here, ACLU. Y'all just lost all credibility. So fuck the ACLU. Then moving along, did y'all see that the investigation into the Biden? They trying to get Biden. You know they don't want him to run for president again, right? He only running for president again so he don't die. You know when you retire, you stop moving, that's when you die, right? This nigga scared to die. So he don't want to die, so he want to keep working. So he want to run for president again. But they like, nigga, you ain't running. Him and Kamala. Nobody want him and Kamala in there again. So they like, we got to get this bitch ass nigga out of here. So now all the secrets and shit that the deep state, that's all the intelligence agencies that stay when all the leaders, they change over, all the intelligence agencies, they just stay there, still doing they do. So the deep state, they releasing all kind of shit, right? So now they got the documents that show that this nigga been laundering money from China. He been laundering the chips he been getting from China. This nigga been getting so much money from China. Baby Biden. Y'all know how much baby Biden is worth? This nigga who don't do nothing, who ain't got no skills whatsoever. Baby Biden is worth over $200 million. How you get to be worth over $200 million, baby Biden, when your daddy only a goddamn senator? He only make $300,000 a year as a senator. How the fuck you get to be $200 million nigga? Don't ask me about that, nigga. Don't worry about it, nigga. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nigga, Biden is like, nigga, hey, look, don't worry, hey, look here, man. I don't get something for being president? I ain't supposed to get paid? No, nigga, you ain't supposed to get paid. So what they did was, there's shell companies. They had shell companies that they were funneling money to Biden family members. 9 Biden fans. So this nigga had 9 shell companies. Excuse me, hold on. So this nigga Biden had 9 shell companies Biden does not have a business. He's been in Congress for 50 years. He never had a business. He's never been a businessman. He's been in Congress for 50-something years. But he got 9 shell companies. And they showed that the 9 shell companies funneled money to 9 of his family members, right? Or the shell companies funneled money to 9 of his family members. His son's wife, his cousin's wives, his nieces. This nigga, everybody getting a little piece, nigga. Everybody in the body, hey, nigga, hey. Can I get a little bit of Daddy Biden? Like, nigga, everybody, yeah, nigga, everybody get a little, just calm down, baby. Everybody gonna get that little bit, just calm down. China is very generous to all of us. I just got to do it. I got to funnel it slowly. Nigga, all China, hundreds of millions of dollars. And they got it in, most of that stuff is so they got it in baby Biden's name. So it doesn't implicate Daddy Biden. But we know that baby Biden don't do shit either. This nigga, how you make $200 million smoking crack and with Pornhub channels? That's his main shit. You know this nigga got Pornhub channels. And he still got them. They just reported this nigga baby Biden still got the Pornhub channels. If you one of his friends or if you subscribe, you can go and watch baby Biden's Pornhub channel right now. So how the fuck a nigga who smoked crack and got Pornhub make $200 million? I believe he did it honestly. I believe he made $200 million from Pornhub. There's a lot of fucking horny ass niggas out there who pay subscriptions. I believe he got to $200 million from Pornhub. Y'all are just too skeptical. Y'all don't believe nothing. How you gonna ever move forward, y'all, if you don't believe in nothing? I believe in baby Biden. I believe you can smoke crack, have a Pornhub channel, and make $200 million. That's the American dream, nigga. I don't ever want to dash water on that American dream. Smoking crack and porn and making $200 million. Hey, nigga, that's the American dream. Shit, nigga, all y'all hating on Biden. Nigga, who American dream ain't that for? Shout out to baby Biden. $200 million porn star. Crack fiend porn star. That's some hilarious shit. But they trying to get Biden out of office though. And there they go. You see it starting. The crash is coming for Biden. They're about to show all the fuck shit his family has been into since he's been in office. And goddamn, it is about to hang him. Metaphorically. All right, y'all, moving right along. Last couple things. I know y'all saw the California reparations thing. They keep talking about the California reparations. That shit ain't popping. Y'all, man, when are y'all gonna get off this reparation shit? When are y'all gonna... You know, reparations is like a fucking carrot in front of a horse. They got the dangling carrot in front of the horse. You ain't never gonna get that. It's just to make the cart go. They dangle that carrot in front of you so that you don't uprise against them for all the fuck shit they have done. As long as you think that you're gonna get something back, that there may be a path for you to get repaid for all the fuck shit that has been done to you, you will always try to do that. If you see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, nigga, at the end of the brick road, like, hey, nigga, the road is long, but there's a light, right, nigga? You see that little, nigga's a pin, it's the size of a pinhead, nigga, but I see it. I see that motherfucker. And you don't know, nigga, that is motherfucking, that ain't no goddamn light down at the bottom of there, nigga. That's a motherfucker with a flashlight. Just moving it around, nigga. Every time you get close, this nigga pull it back. Nigga, he put it over here. He put it over there. This nigga moving that light around like that. While you think you getting close to the light? No. You're never going to get reparations. You know why? Because reparations is unconstitutional. They've already ruled that. However, They just talked about this on the news. If soon as any type of reparations gets implemented, and this includes the one in California, it'll get sued out of hell. It'll go into court and meet before this nigga puts his last name, before the last name gets signed onto to whatever it is, the law. They already have paperwork drawn up. They've had drawn up for years, waiting for somebody to implement reparations so they can implement this shit and get it ruled. It's already been ruled unconstitutional in one way. It wasn't a reparations law. It was something that they were trying to get ruled on for some type of city privileges that they were trying to get ruled on, and then this ruling did away with reparations in the same, saying that you can't implement a certain program based off of race, because that goes against the discrimination clause in the 14th Amendment. So that's what it'll get sued under immediately, soon as reparations goes into effect. But you niggas, because you don't want to ever do nothing else, y'all just want to be given stuff. Y'all don't want to ever work hard and hard as fuck like your ancestors did to get the shit that they had that got taken away from them. What did you do to get the shit? If you ain't done nothing, that means we going back to Saturn. What did you put out into the universe in order for you to get back what you think you owed? That's Saturn. That's karmic energy. Cause and effect. Whatever the hell you want to call it, you need to put out the requisite energy in order to get back what you desire. The required desire, or the required result. The desired result. So, reparations. Again, repair. Again, that word repair means to return to one's own land. What you're really looking for is restitution for all the times that we were melanated people were making their own way in this world with all the black Wall Streets and the black communities and all the things, the melanated communities that we had. And then they wiped them out for fear that they were going to overtake the Caucasian communities. You want restitution. Restore those things. That's what restitution means, to restore. So be put back in place into shit that they took from you when they tried to take you down, and then tricked you into joining their, their government with the civil rights movement. They said they saw the writing on the wall after this Reconstruction in the Jim Crow era, when we started making all our own shit and we started flourishing and didn't need them. And they said, oh shit, we thought segregating these niggas was gonna kill them, but oh shit, they actually the ones with all the goddamn skills. Fuck. Oh, what we gonna do? Damn. Hey, my nigga, hey, nigga, you want to come over here? Look at this. Hey, my nigga, you see that? You see all this over here, nigga? Well, you can't enjoy all this, but I got a nice little corner for you over here in all of this land. If you just stop doing all the shit you doing, you can have that little chair right there in the corner in all of my land, baby. Just, you can get to look at all of it. You get to look at all of it, admire it. You get to take pictures of it. Do you get to enjoy it? No, you don't get to enjoy it, but you can get to look at it and sit your ass right in that corner. That's what they did to you niggas in the civil rights movement. They stopped you from making your own shit. They saw the writing on the wall. They saw that their community was gonna collapse if all the workforce, the creative force, which is the melanated people who were creating and making every goddamn thing, did it for themselves. So then they got you in here now. When you niggas start making enough noise, start talking enough shit, hey, reparations. Y'all want some reparations? Well, let's see if we can get you guys some reparations. Let's just see. We'll throw it out there. We'll throw it against the wall. See if it sticks. If it starts to dribble down the wall, we'll take a paper towel, we'll wipe it up, and we'll throw something else at the wall, guys. We'll get you your money. I promise. I'll get you your fucking money. And they ain't got you niggas shit, and all you niggas do is march and show up to rallies and all this and that, talk about some reparations when you don't know the law. This is why you need to learn law and government. Damn it. If you knew law and government, you would know reparations are not legal. And because Caucasian people, 70%, 75% of America disagrees with reparations, which means that money is going to have to come from Caucasian people. They not going to give you shit. They know they ancestors done stole it, but do you think they're going to give it back to you? Hell fucking no. Hell no. Which is why the karma is the way it is now. They stole it, but you see the border crisis is going on right now. Title 42 just ended, which basically said that they could send anybody back if they were coming from a COVID nation. Doesn't matter if they were seeking asylum because their conditions were bad in their country. If you were coming from a Boogie V country, we can send you back no matter what. That was what Trump implemented. That shit ended on May 11th, Title 42. So that means now you can come no matter what, and they can't turn you down if you're coming from a country that's where they say you're destitute or distraught, or you're fleeing atrocities over in your country or whatever. So that just ended, right? Now, all of these goddamn immigrants are flooding. Thousands and thousands are fucking crossing the boat, which is crazy, which is why you need some type of border control. Everybody was shitting on Trump talking about you need a wall. But now it is thousands and thousands of people every goddamn day flooding America, coming in here, using the resources that you niggas work for, using your taxes. They're setting them up. There's a dude who did a video who showed they're setting the immigrants up in hotels, taking over fucking whole goddamn towns and shit, kicking people out. It's crazy what's going on. And they're using your money to do this, along with sending your money over to Ukraine. Hundreds of billions of dollars over to Ukraine. But this is the karma, though, of the Caucasian Americans. You stole it. You niggas stole it. So you didn't think that the universe is going to pay that back? And then we're being replaced. They're letting people over here because they're trying to replace us. This is the Republicans, right? They're saying that the Democrats are letting people over here because all the immigrants all claim Democratic and they can vote, and that increases the Democratic vote, right? So the Caucasian Republicans saying they're trying to replace us. They're coming there. They're trying to replace us. They're trying to replace us. But the same motherfuckers who sit up and say, "Well, I'm not it wasn't me. I didn't have any slaves. I'm not the one who had any slaves." Oh, but your ancestors, bitch ass nigga. How many slaves did your ancestors have, nigga? How much land, how much Native American land, or Aboriginal land did your ancestors steal? Well, it wasn't me, but you still got the land. Wait a minute. It wasn't you, but you still got the land. Hey, Your Honor, I know I still got the Phantom in my garage. And I whip it around the city every day, but I didn't steal it. I didn't steal the Phantom, Your Honor. It was not me. My daddy stole it and passed it on to me. So look, my hands are clean. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know your daddy stole it? And you still driving it around? Okay, nigga, you guilty. Lock this bitch ass nigga up. That's what would happen in real life. But this is what the Caucasians believe, that they're not liable. However, the universe said, oh, nigga, you got to pay that back. If you're going to receive stolen goods that your ancestor took and proudly receive it and call yourself an American, which were the name of the people who your ancestors stole the goddamn land from, you're going to usurp the name of the people whose land it is you stole, and then not give a fuck and say, oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, Your Honor. The universe said, you know what, bitch ass nigga? Boom, right up your motherfucking it put a foot right up your ass. And so now the land is getting taken from you. And that's called karma. So shout out to the land, shout out to the universe. But that's still, we're still Americans, melanated people. What does that mean for us? We're the ones on the totem pole who will be affected by the immigration. Because they're gonna come in, they're gonna take they're gonna take all the lower jobs, and they're gonna flood the low income communities and all of these places. So it's really gonna be you, the melanated people, who are gonna be affected by this shit. Melanated and Hispanic people, who gonna be affected by this the fucked up immigration. The rich people ain't seeing this shit. They're not sending them into the rich areas, but Texas is though. Texas is taking the immigrant motherfuckers and they busting these niggas to places like Colorado. They busting these niggas to democratic country, to democratic states. So shout out to them. But we the ones who really gonna have to deal with it. So we may act like all of the things that go on with America don't affect us, which is, you know, the reason we don't ever move from the place we're in. We always sit back and act like everything that's going on in America is not about us. We not affected by it. Yes, nigga, you are in America. You have signed all the documents. You are affected by all the laws. You agree with all the policies. So why not take advantage of them? If you just going to capitulate to them, then do the other thing. Take advantage of the shit. Don't just sit back and just give your money over to a goddamn fucking system that just takes it and does what the fuck they want with it. Have some say so. But you can't sit back and act like everything that's going on in America don't affect you, because it damn sure does. And then, last thing I want to talk about, because I just saw the Clash of the Titans. Just talked about the Saturn symbolism and all. Man, Clash of the Titans, 1982. Please, y'all got to go see that. You got to check it out. That has got so much symbolism. And just so you know, movies from the 60s all the way up to the 90s, that 30-year period, you're going to get a bunch of symbolism, because the people making the movies at that time, masonry in Hollywood was super thick for that about 30-year period, especially from the mid-70s onto the 80s, all through the 80s. That's when symbolism was crazy. So that movie, Clash of the Titans, came out in 82. Perseus deals with Perseus. We talked about the Greek gods and all that, which really represent the planets. So Clash of the Titans really means it was the planets. It was when the planets repositioned in the sky, they called that Clash of the Titans. That was because these planets, when these planets move, the electromagnetic fields cause so much havoc on the Earth. So that's why they would say when the gods fight in Earth, it really affected the people, the humans. So that movie Clash of the Titans, though, is also, it's clashing different ancient philosophies. And so when they talk about, they're shitting on Jada Pinkett for the Cleopatra documentary that's on Netflix right now, saying they're race swapping. Like we said, they've been race swapping since the beginning of the time. Go look at that damn movie. In the movie, Perseus, who's the son of Zeus, right? He's the son of Zeus and a human. Basically, his goal is he gets... So it doesn't necessarily follow the actual ancient history, but so in the movie, he's the son of Zeus or whatever. And some of the gods are jealous because he shows favor to Perseus. So they put Perseus in some type of... They put him in a situation that would challenge him, right? Basically, to see if he's as great as he's supposed to be. So basically where they put him, so whatever land he was in, the gods took him and they placed him in Phoenicia. This is the first place that so when his adventure starts, Perseus is in Phoenicia. I was like, oh, nigga, the Phoenicians? the Phoenix Moors, nigga? So when they say Phoenicia, as they're going throughout Phoenicia, the land that's supposed to be Phoenicia, it's called Joppa in Phoenicia. The whole place is Mesopotamia. It's Sumeria. The whole thing, it has Anunnakis all over the walls and shit with turbans and fezzes. And I'm like, oh shit, the whole thing, the whole city. It has the citadel up there. I mean, the whole goddamn movie is breaking shit off. So, and then the girl he falls in love with. So his destiny is that he's supposed to release this girl from a curse. The girl's name is Andromeda. Andromeda is the name of an Ethiopian princess. So Perseus, the Greek dude, is going to try to win over the Andromeda, the Ethiopian, right? The Ethiopian girl, who's Andromeda, she Caucasian as fuck. But she's Andromeda, the Ethiopian. But no, y'all don't race swap at all. Phoenicia, you got nothing but Caucasian motherfuckers running around Phoenicia when we know that was melanated people. And Sumeria, whose actual name they were called the Sagiga, which means the dark-headed ones. So we know they was niggas. Man, this shit is so wrought with symbolism. Then, so he goes on the journey because the girl, Andromeda, she was under the curse of this dude named Calibos. Calibos was the son of Thetis, another goddess. One of the goddesses of beauty, I think. And he had stole Zeus's winged horses. So Zeus cursed him, right? Made this nigga all fucked up and shit. The dude Calibos was a Moor. He had an afro and shit, and he had the circle hoop earrings. Just so y'all know, the circle hoop earrings is a symbol of Moors. Whenever y'all see the circle hoop earrings, that's the symbolism of Moors. Or what they call pirates, which were Moors. So this nigga had the circle hoop earrings with the afro, and he was dark. He was melanated. And, get this nigga lived in the marshlands. What's another name for marshland? Moorland. The moorlands. It's called the wetlands, right? Also, the highlands, like the Highlander. So they showing you all of this symbolism, man. Y'all gotta get down with the movie symbolism. Again, I came up through this, went through film school and all this shit, so I learned a lot of the film symbolism early on. But as you start to line all of this stuff up, it gets crazy. Then the gods, Zeus sent him some gifts, so to help him out on his journey. One of the gifts was a shield, right? What was on the shield? The phoenix. And he was in Phoenicia. Holy shit, y'all. So the phoenix was on the shield, and he told the nigga to guard the shield one day for one day, it would guard his life. It would save his life. So it's like, nigga, guard this shield, nigga. Don't you lose this shield, because one day it's gonna save your ass. And what did it do? It saved him from who? Medusa. Sorry if I'm giving y'all spoilers, but so he had to go find Medusa, because what happened was Thetis, the goddess of beauty, she was mad that Perseus was stealing her son's girl. So she came and said, look, for y'all niggas blaspheming me, y'all, I'm gonna release the Kraken. The Kraken was this big ass titan with 4 arms and shit that could destroy cities. So this nigga said, I'm gonna release the Kraken on you bitch ass niggas for disrespecting me. So unless you sacrifice Andromeda. So you gotta sacrifice Andromeda, or I'm fucking your city up. Right? So this nigga had to go on a journey to find Medusa so he could cut Medusa's head off. Medusa could turn the Kraken into stone. So on this journey, when he was fighting Medusa, man, the symbolism is crazy, right? So he goes to Medusa's lair, and he has the sword, right? Y'all know sword is S word, sacred word that represents the secret word in masonry, the sword. So y'all, if y'all don't know, sword represents the secret word that's not to be told, the secrecy that's in masonry, the enlightenment, the knowledge, basically. So he gets the sword, right? And then so he goes to Medusa's lair. They get attacked by a double-headed dog. So the double-headed dog knocks him down, and he knocks his sword off. He knocks his sword from him. When he goes to get the sword, there's a serpent wrapped around the sword. The serpent and the sword represents knowledge, enlightenment. God damn it, man. They are dripping this motherfucking knowledge all through here. So the sword is wrapped in the snake. So he goes for the serpent. He goes for the sword. He's scared at first, but then he goes for it, and the serpent doesn't do anything. It just lets him take it, right? In like the Uraeus, the third eye. Y'all, in case y'all don't know, the serpent represents the Uraeus, the third eye, the pineal gland. The sword represents the secret word, the knowledge inside of masonry. They're breaking all of this shit off. So then he gets the sword and he goes back up to kill the dog, right? To help his soldiers kill the dog. And he poses like this before he stabs the dog, and the sun shines off of the sword, a big bright golden light off the sword, which again represents enlightenment of the knowledge. And he stabs the dog, man. Y'all better go watch this shit. This shit is breaking this shit off. Then he goes inside and he obviously takes out Medusa with the serpent head. That so y'all know, Medusa really in ancient history represented Venus. When Venus went crazy and out of position, Venus would let loose some crazy energy, and people would see that energy in the sky, and it would look like crazy ass waving shit right there, right? So that's where the serpents came from. But also the serpents represent enlightenment. Again, knowledge. All of this shit is about knowledge and enlightenment. Winning, being the hero, or being enlightened and having knowledge is what makes you the hero. Boom, man, this goddamn movie was fucking breaking it off. Y'all have got to go see the Clash of the Titans. You got to go see it. It's do the symbolism, break it down, and then just make sure y'all look for. It's better if you know your history, but look for all the similar. Everything I just told y'all in here, y'all can look for that now within the movie. There's so much more. Maybe you can find some stuff that I didn't see. Bio 1656. Thank you, brother. You said Ray Harryhausen last movie? Ray Harryhausen's last movie? I don't know who that is. But man, Clash of the Titans, that just hit me. I saw that again. I was like, God damn, the symbolism in this movie is insane. The Saturn symbolism, all of it. It's just crazy. So make sure y'all check that out. And then make sure y'all learn this damn law. You understand? Saturn. Saturn is real, baby. You can't change the law unless you understand it. Just like we were saying, you got to get out here, boom, learn this law. Make sure you order the great book of Melanin Research. Make sure y'all support, and you do, you get the whole police stop law package for free. Y'all know the Know Your Rights manual teaches you everything you need to know about the law, traffic stops, and Terry stops, which are police stops on foot. And then this right here, Public Official Bonds book, teaches you how to get back at police officers when they violate your constitutional rights. You go after their police insurance or public official bond, which is tied to their oath to office. That's why it's called oath and bonds. So they take an oath to uphold the Constitution, which means when they violate your constitutional rights, they lose the bond. It's as simple as that. So boom, right here. Every city requires an officer to have insurance or bonds so that they reduce the liability that comes back on the city. So right here, boom, you get both of these in the police stop law package. Also, you get your constitutional rights cards. Boom, make sure y'all get your constitutional rights cards and your qualified immunity cards. You keep these in the car. All three of these in the car. Man, the stories I've been getting back about people keeping these in the car and they be getting pulled over and they hand this over to the police officer, it's off the chain. Don't let them be the only ones. Constitutional rights card lets the police officers know what your rights are and what will happen when they violate those rights. Qualified immunity card lets them know they lose their protection when they violate your rights, and they knowingly they do it unknowingly. So if you alert them that they're in danger of violating your rights and you do it on camera, when they do it, they lose the qualified immunity. And boom, right here, this is what backs all of that up. Keep this in your car, and you say, I don't answer questions. Hand them this, and I say, I don't answer questions, and don't say another word. You can even put this on the window, because you don't have to roll your window down. Just so y'all guys know, you don't ever hope, when they tell you to roll your window down, that's not a law. You don't have to roll your window down. The law says you have to display or show your identification to the police officers. So you can put this on the window like that. Who was that? Mar A, appreciate you. Thank you. You can put it on the window and say, I don't answer questions. And then they may ask you to get out of the car, which you legally have to do if it's a lawful stop. But if they don't ask you to get out of the car, boom. The reason they want you to roll the window down is so they can say they smell marijuana and then search the car. That's the only reason they want you to roll the window down. Or they can say, I smell alcohol or anything like that. That gives them the reason to say they smelled something. So don't ever roll your window down when the police come up to you. You can talk to them through the window, or you can, boom, you can do that. But get that right there. And like I said, you line that up with this, and that's the police stop law package. Also, you get the flashcards right here. And like I said, for the people who didn't get the deal, I'm gonna today and tomorrow. I will give you order today and tomorrow. I will throw these the cupcake exemption cards. It's the religious exemption card for people who have a religious exemption or against abortions. So there's aborted fetal Charmin in the cupcakes. So you can use this religious exemption. You can also use this in businesses. If you try to enter a business and they say you can't come in without that, that's for that. This is for your employer only, who tries to force you to get it, and it's required to be in your system for more than the time you're allowed to be on the job. Then they owe you for the time that it's in your system. And this has all the adverse effects listed by the CDC so that they can't argue with you. And then this also comes with the P.F. Heiser Bakery report, so that this is their own clinical study that shows 1,223 people kicked the bucket in the first 4 days, so they can't argue with you. You can tell them to shut the hell up, all right? So you get all of that if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research. It's the research they've been doing on your melanin for the past 118 years, listed right here. Let you know why you were gods, why you were revered as gods, and why you've fallen from that position. You have fallen from that position, but right here, you can reclaim at least part of it. This is part of it. A lot of it is in the consciousness, but a lot of it is also how the science of your melanin. So right here, you can get that back. Who did I miss right here? This is Gerald Jelkins. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. He says late for class. Well, watch the replay. If you didn't get in, please watch it. I want to thank all my moderators. Thank everybody for being in here. Also, make sure y'all hook up Timmy Tight Top and We Juice. That's OUIjuice.com. Let them know that I sent you here. Also, he has the code. That's 5 off juice. If you want to get the hookup, that's the number 5 off juice, and you get the discount. Let them know you came from Real Noggins. And also make sure you check out the homie Opinion Nation on the YouTube channel. That's the homie Dom and Timmy Tight Top. They got their own podcast. Make sure you hook them up and support. That's it for me. I'm hungry and I'm thirsty and it's hot as hell in here, and I'm out. Deuces.